news came out today that he's pleaded not guilty to felony charge, and he kind of gives a response to that as well. So we're gonna react to that, and then we're gonna discuss.
Rapper Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, pleaded not guilty to the 4 felony charges he's facing. This is him making his first court appearance earlier today.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
This video posted by TMZ shows the two-time Grammy Award winner walking around Ventura Boulevard in Studio City last Thursday morning just before 6. He was only wearing underwear and white boots. He was spotted later naked and wandering on the street. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has charged Montero Lamar Hill with 3 felony counts of battery with an injury on a police officer and 1 felony count of resisting an executive officer. His bail was set at $75,000.
Now, like I said before, chat, like they were saying that this whole thing is a troll on Nas's part because he is known for being a huge troll on the internet. And so even for myself, I'm like, I don't fully believe that this man was truly, on drugs or whatever. Like I personally don't believe that he was. But I do think like it might have been a mental breakdown. I think it might have been a situation where he wasn't completely in his right mind because of like the pressures of fame and him trying to like keep up with what he used to be as far as his popularity. And it probably just like got to him that night and he was just like, you know what, let's just turn the camera on and keep going. Because that's another thing too. If it was a true overdose, chat, I don't think the people that was with him, especially the dude who was filming, would be filming. Especially for as long as he was filming. Like, I heard that they said that he would have been filming for like 4 hours prior to him getting arrested. So clearly he knew what he was doing. I think it was a mental breakdown that he was experiencing. And he just probably didn't have a way to like get himself up out of that. But later on, his dad actually comes up and talks, and I want to touch on that too. Because his dad does come out and speak on the matter.
The LAPD says when officers approached the rapper, he charged at them.
How's he doing right now? He's great.
Hill's father, Robert Stafford, talked to reporters after his son's court appearance. He talked about how much the family appreciates the support they're getting from fans as his son deals with his legal issues.
Keep praying for him.
His fans have been giving an outpouring of support. Does that make him feel better, sir?
Oh, absolutely.
Lil Nas X's huge hit Old Town Road exploded onto the Billboard Hot 100 chart, staying at #1 for 19 weeks.
So as you can see, chat, like his father's calm about the situation. Maybe a little too calm. I don't know. He might be a little too calm about it. But I think, as I said before, his dad is a pastor, right? And so throughout the rest of that interview that they were talking to him, he was saying, like, just keep him in your prayers and to God be the glory or whatnot. Because, I mean, it's evident that, this man is having a fallen way. Like, because Lil Nas X is the son of a pastor, and a lot of stuff he's done in the past either points aim towards Christ or is something like associated with the faith. I do feel like it's like the prodigal son. I really do feel it's like a prodigal son type of thing where it's sort of like in rebellion against his upbringing, and it's like he's having this tussle of God of like, internally, who am I and what am I to you? What am I to this life? Like, it seems like he's doing a lot of searching. Is he doing it in the best way? Nah. But it just seems like it just seems like he's really going about the wrong way and finding himself. I really do believe that. And I feel like the Lord can restore him. I really do feel that. I don't know who's in his ear. I don't know if anybody knows who's in his ear. But I feel like if you were to put the right people around Lil Nas X, like, he would actually turn around. I do. But again, when you have these hungry vultures around him just want to like pick and pull him apart, just trying to get something from him, it's like it's only feeding it. It's only feeding it. And I don't know like how long he's been like this, but I've actually heard people say that he is like he wasn't always like this, but in pursuit of success, you end up losing yourself. He lost himself rather. And it seems like he's losing himself with, this situation, with this mental breakdown. Again, people are saying it's an overdose. I don't think so. I think it's a mental breakdown. But anyways, this is his response today. Like he got on IG today and sort of talked about his experience or whatnot.
It was a terrifying last 4 days, but your girl is gonna be all right.
Lil Nas X.
Okay, see, he's talking about like your girl's gonna be all right, and he's talking like in an effeminate manner. So, like I said again, I don't even know, because I've heard him talk, straight in a straight manner, and then he goes into that. So again, you don't know what's real and what's not real with this man. You really don't know. You really don't know. But I pray that it is like a prodigal son situation, that he does return to Christ if he ever was. And if he ever wasn't, I pray that eventually he comes to know Christ and that the Lord puts people in his path that points him in that direction. I do believe it's possible. If Paul can be saved, Lil Nas X can be saved. Because I feel like the Lord is tugging on his heart now. I feel like there is definitely like a push and pull between him and God. Like God's like, yo, I'm beckoning you. And Nas is like, I don't know. Especially with his dad being the pastor and whatnot. Don't tell him what the kind of talks his dad is trying to have with him and him trying to push it off to the side. So it could be something. It could be something. And I'm praying that, seeds are continuing to be planted in Lil Nas' life, and that eventually he comes to a point where he's like, okay, I truly need Christ. Because it is from my understanding that he, quote unquote, did, become a Christian, but I don't believe that for a second. Again, I think that was trolling. I think that is trolling. So I pray that he genuinely comes to the faith. I pray that he genuinely comes to know Christ. And that he uses this as just testimony. That this is used as testimony to bring others in. Because Nas has the pull, and he knows great marketing. I mean, this story alone goes to show just how much of an influence he is, and how much pull he could have. So, I pray the Lord comes to